What's good, everyone? How you all going? We are back for the round 12 review. Favorite time of the week again. Finally get to post my one SuperCoach video in front of all my adoring subscribers. It's really good. I know some people, like other SuperCoach YouTubers, do like 5-6 videos a week, or maybe not 5 or 6, but like maybe 3 or 4. I personally don't have that time. I'm not sure where they're getting their time from, but if I could, I would buy it from their seller, because I do not have the time to post 3 to 4 uploads a week. I barely get one. But I think next week's one might be a little bit late. It might be on the Wednesday rather than Monday. But anyway, this week we got 2,059. It was an okay score. We were actually tracking to do better. We were probably tracking for around, I reckon, a top 1% score until Sunday. It didn't go to plan necessarily. So, look, it was an okay week. We went up 100 in the ranks, 547 now. Again, if we didn't have that Sam Flanders missing that game from illness last week, we'd probably be about 300th, 200th maybe. Who knows? So, yeah, that's just how we are now. And, yeah, trades this week. The trades that we did end up making last week, I'll just show you back to what we ended up doing. It was... So, yeah, so we ended up going Sam Closey to Ned Moyle. Well, basically Sweet to Ned Moyle and Closey to Joel Frazier. So, going back to the team. The Ned Moyle call, that was quite last minute leading up to the round. I wasn't really anticipating on doing it, but given that I saw that Jared Witts was out and Cash was going to be a little bit of a concern for me, I did end up deciding to do it. I'm not sure if it's the right move or not. I think if he plays this week against St Kilda, I think it will be the right move, but if Jared Witts comes back in, I'm not quite sure. So, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, we'll see. Because, yeah, to only have him for one game isn't ideal. But if he can play another second one, and he'll probably end up making like 120k in total then, 100k maybe, I think that's okay. Going through the team as a whole. So, Dacos, yeah. Obviously, in that game, you had Dacos, Bont going head-to-head. Yeah, both played really well. Bontempelli, just, yeah, amazing. Same as Dacos, pretty much as well. Yeah, both played amazing. And yeah, I was lucky enough to have the Bont VC. I did have that from the start of the week. I know a lot of people were going Dacos. And I mean, like, I was like, I'm sure he'll score well. But yeah, I just thought Bontempelli would score a bit better. Obviously, Collingwood had a lot of midfielders out. So I was like, yeah, he's probably playing quite a week in midfield. And that obviously eventuated. But again, you couldn't be too sad if you went to Dacos VC. Both did well. Ryan 124, yeah, look, really good. Obviously played up in Darwin. So, yeah, probably good as well that he scored a 124, given the ball was not up there too much. Well, I don't know, that game was kind of weird. I only really watched the first half of that Fremantle-Melbourne game, and, like, Fremantle were winning by, like, 50 points at halftime. It was, like, 70-20, but it really didn't feel like that if you watched the game. Like, Fremantle, yeah, seemed like the better team, but only by maybe, like, around 20 points. Like, it didn't seem like it was, like, that wide open, the gap between them. And the ball did seem like it was switching between forward and defence for both teams quite a bit. So, yeah, again, I didn't see the second half, so maybe Fremantle really blew it wide open after that. But, yeah, anyway, I know they ended up winning by like 100. But, yeah, regardless, good score to have that, especially when, yeah, Fremantle win by so much and you wouldn't think the ball would necessarily be in the forward line as much. Houston, 98. Look, him and Butters, it's kind of like, like they just went okay. They just went so-so. They both haven't been in the best of form the last couple weeks maybe, so... Yeah, hopefully they can take the bye now, just rest up, and then get back to it. Hayden Young, this guy, he felt like he was so underscored. He was on, I think, 56 at halftime. He genuinely should have been on, like, 80, probably 90 at halftime. He was absolutely killing it. And to only be on 56 and then end up with 100, again, I didn't see the second half, so I'm not sure what he did there. But, I mean, I reckon he should have at least got another 20 or 30. He was killing it, absolutely killing it. Anyway, Martin, 80. Yeah, quite disappointing. I think we might trade him out as bye, which I believe is next week. I think. It is, yes. So they got the round 14 bye, then they come back in round 15 against the West Coast. Yeah. Interesting. I think I'll probably trade him still. And the guy we're looking at is Jordan Clark. Potentially. That's not guaranteed. But I think we need to get Jordan Clark in. Whoever it's for. Again, we got a full premium defense at this point, but I think Jordan Clark does need to come in. Okay, Will Graham, 45, yeah, did okay and everything. Again, I think he was on 11 at halftime. I think he had an 11-point first quarter. He scored 0 points in the second, and then I think he scored about 25 in the third, and then like 5 points in the fourth, or something like that. Whatever it is. Not too much, not too impressive coming back from being dropped. Yeah, didn't play super well. Hopefully, I think his break-even's around 60, 64, so yeah. I don't know if we'll trade him this week. We might not. But, yeah. Sheasel, who'll come back this week. And Reed sounded like he got, I think, a pectoral injury or something like that. So, yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be in the team now. Which, if there was a time he would get in, it probably would be this week, given SZN lost. So, and they're going up against Carlton, who've obviously got Mackay Cano and everything like that. So, yeah, it doesn't sound like he's going to play now, obviously. Bontempelli, but as we covered. Sarong, 1 or 2. Again, you'd feel like that he'd score a little bit better. I know in the last quarter of that game against Collingwood the week prior, apparently he was like sick during the last quarter or something. So I guess that's why he didn't score too well there. But in this game, again, especially where Fremantle win by so much, you would really think he would have scored a bit more. Like, that Fremantle midfield really didn't score much, like Sarong, Young and Brayshaw, even though they absolutely destroyed Melbourne. And, I mean, going on to Melbourne quickly, like that, yeah. Simon Goodwin's coaching the last few weeks has been kind of insipid. Against West Coast, I said it the day after. You know, that was the worst coaching performance I've seen all year. I'm pretty sure I said that in my video or something like that. You know, a really bad coaching performance on him to let Harley Reid just not get tagged, not have any attention put into him. And, yeah, I mean, obviously we see on the weekend what happened to him when he gets tagged. You know, obviously doesn't play as well. Melbourne didn't choose to do that. And again on the weekend, playing Oliver half back, like really, like his disposal efficiency is obviously not that good. Like he's known for that, to not have that good disposal efficiency. And he's just, you know, a contested ball beast. Why would you play him off half back? Petrarca full forward, I can get that a little bit more because like their key forwards were out and stuff. But especially Oliver, like I think in the first centre bounce of the game, neither Oliver nor Petrarca were in that. So I was just like what are you even doing? You know, like. Yeah, ridiculous. Like, I can get putting, like, Cozzy Pickett in the middle or something like that. And, like, Thomas Barrow, obviously, like, put him in. But, like, probably not to the point where you're leaving Oliver out. At least for all the centre bounces. You know, I mean, obviously, Oliver spent a little bit of time there. But not as much as he should have. And he's not really looking like that good a pick if anyone traded him in. Luckily, I don't have him. So it's not really a concern for me. But just putting that out there. Merritt, 97. Yeah, he's just been trashed since I traded him in. Which is really disappointing since... It's not really him. I feel like it's a combination of he's gotten underscored a little bit, and yeah, I think it's mainly that. He's just gotten underscored. He's still a good player. He's still playing well, you know, but yeah, for whatever reason, he's not scoring too well. Rail, 111, yeah, didn't really see this game too much, this Gold Coast v Essendon game, but yeah, 111 is okay. Take that, definitely. Walsh, 111, again, take that. They did beat Port Adelaide. I didn't see too much of this game, maybe the first half as well, but I didn't see too much football across the whole weekend, to be honest. Steele, 118. I did hear he was on 0 touches at quarter time, so yeah, to end up getting a 118 from that was pretty good. You know, again, it was only against West Coast, but I mean, West Coast at home are a decent team. Fraser, 66. I think he was on like 45 at half time. I was like, geez, like he could pump out an 80 or 90 here, which again, I only traded him in this week after like Joe Richards got injured and everything. So yeah, should definitely stay in the team for a few weeks. He was playing pretty well from what I saw. That Collingwood Western Bulldogs game was so weird. It was like the scoring just went to like so many, like the really top line players. Like I think, yeah, Dacos, Bontempelli obviously got a lot. English got a lot. Dale got a lot. Who else? Did I say Team English? I think I did. There was someone else I was thinking of. Trelaw, I think. Yeah, and then like I think just a lot of the bottom players in that match just did not get many points at all. So yeah, skewed definitely towards the best players in that game. We'll get all of these guys back. Lazaro, looking forward to getting him back for his 4 points again. And what a brilliant 4 points it was against Port Adelaide. So hopefully he plays and does that again for us. We might need to field him, so I'll be looking forward to that. Go on, who's he going to have this week? Collingwood, okay. Oh, on the King's birthday game. That should be interesting. Yeah, Darcy Cameron's been in good form. Anyway, Gawn only 95 against Fremantle, they got smashed, so the scaling was always not going to be in his favour. And Moyle, 77. Geez, when I saw that Todd Goldstein was a laid out, I was like, geez, Moyle can go really, really well here. Like, he really could. So to only go 77, I think Nick Bryan ended up doing about 80, so they did about the same. But I was like, no, Moyle could definitely ton up. And, I mean, if he plays against St Kilda leaked points to rucks. Like, again, Gawn just had a 180 against them. Bailey Williams last week when St Kilda played West Coast, just this weekend gone by. He scored his high score of the season. I think he got 104. So, yeah, I mean, if Moyle plays him, Moyle plays Marshall. Again, Marshall's a good ruck, but he leaks points to other ruckmen. So, if Moyle plays him, he could definitely ton up at the very least. Honestly, probably, well, yeah. He could turn up at the very least. Maybe do a bit more. Who knows? Heaney, yeah, jeez, isn't this guy good? Even when he's not playing, he's captain. So, just like Livingston, just captaincy like every week when I need a loop. Really, really reliable. So, that was good from him. He'll come back this week and actually play. Flanders, 119. Good back from illness. We like that. Honestly, potentially a captaincy option against St Kilda. We'll get into that later. Darcy, 81. This is a really good recovery from Darcy. From being, I think it was on like minus 10, minus 20 during the first quarter. To get to an 81 is a really good recovery. I mean, again, he probably could have turned up if you look at it like that. But again, to at least get an 81, happy with that. And he really didn't lose much cash at all. Only the 5k. So happy with that. Pretty much just held price. And Garcia, 54. Look, this is a bit disappointing when you look at it on its face. Well, score-wise, at least, certainly. It is a bit disappointing. But he actually did get named. Again, like, getting named in the best and everything is subjective. It's not an objective thing. But AFL.com, in their match report of this game, they actually did name Riley Garcia 4th best for the match. And the Dogs won. So, I mean, he'll definitely keep his spot in the team. And he should definitely keep up that CBA role. I think Ed Richards will be back this week. But, I mean, Garcia got named, 4th best player, so you'd think he'd definitely still get a few, and I think he just had a few clangers and everything, which really hurt his score. This should, again, be been about at least another 70, hopefully 80, and hopefully he does that this week, but who knows. Hugo Garcia, I was hoping could play this week, but, yeah, obviously, for this week just gone by against West Coast, obviously that didn't eventuate. Not sure he will now, unless they have injuries, because they won, but, yeah. Who knows? And then Tom Powell will come back this week. And Richards, look, I think I do want to keep Richards until he does come back. I think he'll be good as like an F7, basically, to have there. Someone who's playing. I think he'll get games. Look, there's a possibility he doesn't with all of Collingwood's players coming back. But I think he will. So if he doesn't, look, I think he should at least get another 1 or 2 games. After that, we can potentially trade him. But again, we're near the end of the season in regards to upgrading and everything. So we don't really need a ton of upgrades. Trades this week. So, what I'm thinking, I'm going to assume for right now that Ned Moyle is going to play another game. So we're going to keep him there. We do have 278k in the bank, which isn't ideal because at the end of the day, you don't want cash in the bank. You want the cash on field to actually be doing stuff for you. So if we just optimize to get all the buys and everything done, projected just went up by like 300 points from that, but yeah, that's good. So what we'll do is we'll trade Darcy out this week, obviously suspended and everything, but we're probably going to trade him regardless. So yeah, the person I'm thinking of is Zach Fisher, obviously. So we'll just do this one. Now, as you can see, we've still got 158k in the bank. We have 2 more spots left in our team to upgrade. It is the R2 spot and the F6 spot. So those 2 left. The R2 spot is crazy as well. We've had so many people in that position this year now. I think Nenmore was maybe the 6th or 7th different ruckman we've had in the R2 position. Let's count it up. We've had Brodie Grundy there. We've had Brodie Grundy, Luke Jackson, Lloyd Meek, Jordan Sweet, Dante Vicentini, Ned Moyle. So 6 different ruckmen in that area. And I mean, even Colin Livingston, if you wanted to count him, because we have looped him on. So 7, if you want to count it. 7 different people in that one position, which is pretty crazy, given it's only made up of 3 people there. We've traded way too much in the ruck line this year. I mean, Gawn's been good. He's been just standing there. But yeah, everyone else around him's been changing very, very rapidly. So anyway, yeah, we'll try to get Brodie Grundy in. Again, I know Tim English did pump out a 130. He's looking in good form. And Marshall did have 2 160s before his 2 kind of bad weeks with 70s and 80s, the last 2. But I think we're going to go Grundy just because, again, he doesn't have a bye to come. So realistically, like, yeah, maybe Marshall, maybe English will average more than him for the rest of the season. I don't even think that's guaranteed, but they say they probably will. I think Grundy still outscores him just because he doesn't have a bye. So whether that's this week we get him in, if Moyle is dropped, or it's next week, it'll be one of the two. Because again, Moyle's got his bye next week, so he's definitely not going to play next week. He might play this week. So yeah, if Moyle doesn't play this week, we're just going to trade out Graham. So this is what happens if Moyle is not playing. If Moyle gets dropped for Wits, we're going Graham and Moyle, and we're getting in Grundy. And we'll get in, I'm not sure who the rookie is going to be yet. I feel like a mid-season draft guy could get named, so there's potential that we might go them, especially if it's for one of the weaker teams like a North Melbourne or a Richmond, because you'd think they'd probably have better job security. So if a mid-season guy does get named for them, I am tempted to just go them straight away, especially because they are also 102k rather than like a 117, 123k guy. So yeah, we'll just see how things play out. Like, if we just go lowest price, then Ethan Phillips, if he comes back in, but Hawthorn playing so well, I don't think he's got good job security. So yeah, who of these guys got picked up? I think a few of these. Yeah, a few of these guys all got picked up. Will Parker, again, he's been subbed the past 2 games. I actually think he's not too bad a player, but I don't think he's going to really be getting full games, so probably not much point in getting him in. We'll probably just wait, I think. Or if we can use DPP, actually we can't. No, we can't use any mids back. We could put Fisher back, but I don't think we want to do that. The other guy I was looking at was potentially Will Dawson, but he could get dropped. If he doesn't, I might play him. I might trade him in. I'm not sure. But yeah, otherwise there's not really many people we can go. Caleb Smith, I don't think I want to go him. He was sub and everything, so yeah, there's not too many other options unless we go a 102k guy, which I think we might get a 102k guy. If we put Fisher back, then we could go who here? Lance Collard. Oh no, Lance Collard was not 102k. I was going to say he was actually 119k. He's just averaged 6 points a game for those first 3 games. Okay, that's very interesting. If he gets a game, then maybe him, but probably not. So yeah, who else is there? Yeah, I don't know. Jack Hutchinson, I know, did play well, but I don't think he gets a game. Anyone else, I'm not exactly sure on. So yeah, we'll pick up a rookie, whoever it is. But yeah, otherwise, if Nenmore is playing, we'll obviously hold him this week, and we'll just get Grundy next week. Grundy's got Grundy's got Geelong at the SCG. So he'll probably score well, I'm sure. So, either way, if Moyle plays well, if Moyle plays, he'll probably play well because it's Marshall. And if we have to go Grundy, then, Grundy will probably still score well because it's against Geelong, so he'll have probably Toby Conway, and it's at the SCG where he plays well. So either way, I think it'll be a win-win. And yeah, I think I would probably rather Moyle play because we'll get some good cash gen, and cash gen is going to be important for us. So I would much rather Moyle play, to be honest. But point scoring wise on field, it will still work out even if we have to trade Grundy. So that's what's happening there. And then anything else that we got to do for this week? Well, how many people will we have play? I'd say likely Dacos, Sheasel, Martin, Graham. Bonds is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll count Moyle because even if he doesn't play, it'll be Grundy. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so 19 people will have played this week, which should be good. I think, yeah, I was thinking last week would probably be a difficult buy for me, given the fact that this is the way that my team was set up with buys. But I also think this one's going to be a bit difficult, because we've only got 19. Potentially, if Graham gets dropped, we'll trade him to someone that's playing. So we should definitely have 19 unless a premium is out or something. I think the fact that Jordan Dawson, Matt Crouch is definitely out. I think that'll probably hurt a few teams. And Jordan Dawson sounds like he'll be out, especially given they're coming off a 5-day break and it's only against Richmond. It would make a lot of sense to just rest him, especially because the following week they do play again. So it's you may as well rest him for this game, which they'll probably win anyway, even though Richmond have been in better form. And then play him for round 14, then they've got to buy in round 15. So, look, at the end of the day, I'd never wish an injury upon anyone, and that's not what I'm going to do here. So I just hope that Dawson doesn't get injured, and they just take the precautionary approach and rest him. Does that benefit my SuperCoach team? Look, I don't have Jordan Dawson, so make of that what you want, but, I just hope the best for him and his safety and his well-being. Okay, so now going into the forwards. Look, yeah, Dylan Moore, 169, absolutely amazing game from him. Obviously, as a Hawthorn supporter, good to see him pop off. Obviously, for SuperCoach, probably doesn't benefit me because I don't have him. I'm not really looking to get him in, even though I think Hawthorn's run actually isn't too bad. Richmond, West Coast, Geelong. Jeez, actually, to be honest, it might just be... To be completely honest with you, if we could do it like that... I mean, GWS this week is going to be difficult, but what's his break even? If it's not too high... It's 47. Well, to be honest, what we could do... we can't do it in one trade. It would have to be... Yeah... We can't... not being able to do that in one trade is annoying. Is there anyone else we can trade out? Not really. Yeah, not really. But yeah, we're 50k short, so it'd have to be someone that's like 340, which we don't have. Yeah. So that's a bit annoying. Look, it could be Garcia, but Garcia's got Brisbane. That is at Marvel. If we trade Garcia, because I mean Garcia's going to get traded regardless, it would be more. And then that means next week we can likely just do Moyle for one trade. Potentially. If Moyle plays and he gets up to 320, we could actually do that. Actually, no, we can't, because we'll have to trade in another forward here as well. No. We'll still have to trade out, say, Fraser and Moyle. Look, I'm not sure. His break-even's 47, and there's no guarantee that he gets a lot higher than that. There's no guarantee he tons up again. Like, they're playing, I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, they're playing in Tasmania. Yeah, they're playing in Tasmania. So, yeah, look, I think for Moore, he does have a great run, so potentially we may get him, but probably not this week. Depends if Grundy's playing. If Moyle gets dropped and we have to go Grundy, then we'll do that this week. But if we can get... actually, no, because Hawthorn had the buy in round 15. No, we probably won't do that then. But they do have Richmond in round 14. We'll see. I think this week, definitely not for Dylan Moore, but next week, potentially. Looking through just players in total, Adam Treloar's been playing so well, but I don't know. Do I want to keep fading? I'm not sure. People are starting to jump on, bit by bit. I think his ownership in the top 1% is growing a bit as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he's had his best games of the season so far. I feel like he ends the season with like a 113 average. So from this point on, he probably averages around 107, 108. Which I don't know if I want to pay 650k for that. So, yeah. Tim English is at a really good price if you wanted to go for him. But, yeah, I don't know. He just looks like he's checked out. He just looks like he's mentally checked out. And his run, ruck-wise, is actually not too good. Like, Oscar McInerney can be difficult. Then you've got Luke Jackson and Sean Darcy. Then you've got Tristan Cherry, Ivan Soldo, Tom DeConning with probably Pitnet back. That will probably be Reece Stanley in round 19. Brodie Grundy, Max Gawn, Riley O'Brien, Tristan Cherry again, and then Kieran Briggs. His run's actually not too good, to be honest. So I think I'm fine with fading him. I'll probably just rather go Brodie Grundy, wherever he is. Here he is. Like, if we look at his run, this is probably going to be Toby Conway now, I would imagine. It could be Reece Stanley, but yeah, going up against Rowan Marshall, that's a good fixture to have there. I mean, realistically, Grundy plays well at the SCG and doesn't play too well anywhere else. So he does have quite a few SCG games to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But he's also got quite a few away games as well. So, look, we'll see how he goes. We'll see. But, yeah, I think Grundy will probably drop in price this week with his 130 break even. But he honestly might not. He honestly might go up. So we'll see. look, that's the trade what I'm thinking of this week. For our F6, so I've discussed the ruck. For our F6, who would we go with? I think it's really only going to be out of Rankin, Dylan Moore, probably one of those two. Maybe Luke Jackson, but I think I would only trade in Jackson if Sean Darcy got injured. Like, Jackson turned up this week, but again, they won by 100 points and he was playing forward. So, like, that was, yeah, like, I mean, that made sense that he would do that. He's probably not going to do that every week. So, yeah, if we're looking at, like, guys that I do want a luxury trade, the thing is with luxury trades, people all the time, like, look at people to trade out. But I think really what you've got to focus on is who do you want to get in? Like, are there any players in the competition that are killing you? For me, look, Adam Treloar is playing really well, but I think I'm fine to not trade him in, given the fact that, number one, not a lot of people have him, and number two, I think he'll probably dip off in this back end of the season. Touk Miller, I mean, he's literally got the cold little symbol here. I don't think he's been that good. Noah Anderson is so inconsistent. Like, just so inconsistent. Like, another 150 after a 50 last week. Like, it's abysmal, you know? It's crazy. He's got the round 14 bye. Look, if he goes bad this week, which he should be given his yo-yo form, he'll probably go bad here, and then he'll score well against Fremantle. So, look, who knows? Maybe he's a guy you can bring in, but I don't want to. He's so inconsistent. Just so inconsistent. I don't know why I clicked back to my team. Let me keep looking through some other guys. Yeah, Jordan Clark. I think we want to get Jordan Clark in. McGovern's playing very well, but I think he's just too prone for an injury, and I don't have the trades to get him. So, yeah, we've definitely overtraded to this point of the season. So, that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So, I think it's going to be Clark is one that we want from here. Nazaya, maybe, but Jack Sinclair could go back. I feel like he still definitely could. I think definitely Jordan Clark. That's probably the one I'm looking at most definitely. Bailey Dale, like, potentially, but Collingwood just give up a lot of points to defenders. I think he had so many kick-ins on the weekend that, yeah, I'm not looking at getting him too much. I think it's definitely Jordan Clark. In the mids, Patrick Cripps is actually doing quite well, but I just don't really trust him. And that's pretty much it. So really just Jordan Clark is the one guy that I'm thinking of getting in. Tom Green has also not been good at all, but I'm hoping for this back end of the season, now post-bye, which I'm sure probably helped him because I know he has been injured and everything, even though, like, not just the ankle injury, he's had a lot of other injuries which have been reoccurring and everything and just soreness, so I'm sure the bye has helped him a lot, so hopefully he plays well now. Jordan Clark, I think, as I said, is the only one that I want to bring in. I think that will be for Nick Martin next week, so Nick Martin going into his bye, Jordan Clark coming off his one, trade them for each other. I think that'll be pretty good. So that's what we'll do. And yeah, look, we have to capitalize on value somewhere though, because we've just been paying up so much this season for people. Like Zach Merritt, we paid $640K for Zach Merritt. That was crazy, you know. I mean, Bontempelli, we paid $620K for him, but I mean, that's probably a fair price for Bont, probably a good price for Bont. We paid up $610K for Ryan after round 2. We paid up, I don't know, we didn't pay up a heap for some people. What did we pay? $580 for Rowell, $570 for Walsh. Who else here did we pay up for? $580, no, we paid up like $600 for Houston. That was a bad trade as well. Who else did we pay up here for? Yeah, no one else really, but a few. So, yeah, that's kind of the state of the team, really. I think, what's our cash looking like? 13.4 mil, damn, that's down from what it used to be. It used to be like 13.6. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point, though. We've pretty much got a complete team. Nearly. So, yeah, official will be the one trading. Look, I'm a bit skeptical, because obviously you've got McKetcher who could come back, but they've got West Coast this week. I think that'll be a good matchup. And he's just got such an easy role. Like, he doesn't even need to do too much to score well. Like, he's just got a really easy role. Harry Sheezel, I think they do definitely want to keep playing midfield from now on. So, yeah, look, like, we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm pretty set on getting Fisher into the team. His run isn't actually too bad either. I mean, like, what? Collingwood against designated kickers, as we just saw with Bailey Dale, leak a lot of points. West Coast, I'm sure, probably aren't the most difficult matchup either. And then, yeah, I mean, Melbourne, Luke Ryan just killed them, same as Jordan Clark. Dogs might be a difficult one, not sure. Sydney is probably difficult. Might get tagged by James Jordan, but why would you send a tag at Zach Fisher? Even though, like, he's getting a lot of the ball, he's not really hitting you, it's just cheat touches. So, yeah. And then, yeah, to finish the season, probably got a pretty good draw as well. So anyway, that's pretty much the team. That's pretty much what we're thinking. Captaincy-wise this week, look, Dacos against Melbourne. Oh, on King's birthday. Is this the first King's birthday? No, the first one was last year. So, maybe. Luke Ryan, he's got to buy, so probably not, unless we need a loop. Harry Sheasel, West Coast, potentially. No Harley Reid as well. Probably not, though, in the midfield role. Nick Martin, no. Graham. Against St Kilda, probably not. Marcus Bontempelli. Brisbane could be good at Marvel Stadium as well, but Brisbane are coming off a bye, so probably not, because they might be refreshed. Dane Zorko, probably not. Sam Flanders against St Kilda could actually be a really good matchup, not going to lie, coming off the half-back line. I might choose to vice-captain him. I wouldn't want him for my captaincy, but he's also really safe, so I mean, he's probably going to turn up regardless. It's just probably the ceiling is not there. I might vice-captain him, though. We'll see. Merritt, probably not. He'll probably get tagged by Chincotta. Raul, like Butters did. Raul against St Kilda could be a good matchup, certainly, but they'll probably send Windhager to him, so probably not. Walsh against Essendon could be good. That could be a good matchup. But Walsh's disposal efficiency has just been off the last few weeks, so probably not. Steele against Gold Coast could be good as well. Could be, yeah. But probably not for a captain. Green against Hawthorn is a no, because Hawthorn has just been locking people down. Hawthorn are like probably a top 4 team on current form right now. They're insane. Gawn against Collingwood, probably not. Moyle against St Kilda could actually be a good matchup for Ned Moyle, but I think I'd wait to see if he actually gets named to play first. Isaac Heaney against Geelong could be a good matchup. It is at the SCG as well. I wouldn't mind that as a fallback captaincy, but I wouldn't mind it. Zach Fisher against West Coast, I actually wouldn't mind that one either. I think West Coast, without Harley Reid this week, could actually be alright. I don't know for a vice captain though. Powell probably is the same. I think Powell will score hopefully at least a 90. You know, if he can do 90s for me the rest of the season, like, I'm not going to complain if he can just do that. But yeah, Garcia. Oh, you're probably not going to captain the Garcia. Probably not Fraser either. So it's probably just Flanders. Oh no, it's probably Bont. Like, Bont just goes well every week. So it's going to be Bont vice captain, and then it's either Flanders or Heaney. I reckon it's one of those two. Oh, Dacos. But Fremantle's midfielders didn't score well against Melbourne for some reason, even though they beat up on them. And Melbourne are probably going to be out and playing really well, given that they just lost by 100 points. So, yeah, probably not Dacos. Might be Flanders. Both teams are coming off wins. It's at Marvel Stadium as well. It might be Flanders, to be honest. We might go Bont into Flanders, just because Flanders is a safe backup. And, yeah, he's playing against St Kilda. So we might do this. Bont into Flanders, I reckon. That's pretty good. And then, yeah, just loop it with Ryan for the captaincy if we need to. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. If we need to, we'll put Lazaro on instead of Garcia if Hugo Garcia doesn't play and Charlie Lazaro does, to try to get some extra points. Otherwise, 19 people we will have playing this week. Again, trades are kind of dependent if Ned Moyle's playing or not. And yeah, probably pretty much dependent on that. If that's the case, then we'll trade out him. If he's not playing, then we'll trade out him and Graham. If he is playing, I mean, we still might trade out Will Graham if there's a rookie that gets named, because he's got a 60 break even, which he might or might not get. But anyway, again, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.